Yes, top of the morning. This is the Source Experience, the news. My Shanewz. I got the hater blockers on. Long weekend. Top of the morning. Tilt the hat to y'all. Look, that's how I do. Look, remember, I kind of tightened up. This weekend, I left my clippers and shit, so I was up there rough, rugged, and raw. I thought I had packed it. But I had Coach Reem with me. I double checked her bag. I didn't double check my own. And when I got up there, I was gonna shave and do certain things. I was like, yo, I don't even have my shit, But it is what it is. I could have got another one. We was at Walmart and I was running around, but I was just like, you know what? It's not about me, right? And I thought about this too. I was saying, you know what? Why don't I go there with this rough look? Because these guys always get on me about how I look, but I'm about to be on TV doing major things. And I want to look how I always look. When these guys always talking about shade, what you do? That's how I look. But yeah, happy Monday, everybody. This is the news by Shanewz Source Experience. We are up and running. I want to address something that was put on in the behind the scenes, right? Now, I always say you do have options for a reason, right? And with the internet is tricky business, goofy business. More people are comfortable coming over where they don't want to be, right? If you don't like me or like what I do, you don't have to come over here. You don't have to come over here. You don't have to comment. You do have options. So that's why I say these things, right? But it seems like the trolls, the naysayers, the weirdos, the strangers, the people who really don't have nothing going on, that's what they love to do. But it is what it is, right? But how everybody's back in the groove for Monday. Tomorrow is the big day, the election. We're going to stay away from that. We're going to stay away from that. We are going to vote, but we're going to stay away from that. Yeah, man, great weekend. Covered the fights, worked the fights, enjoyed the fights, was a part of the fights, all of that good stuff, a lot of traveling. Got to go to the Boxing Hall of Fame. Like I said, I left. Listen, I picked up some great memorabilia. I ended up showing it to you, but I had it with me. I wanted to show it. I got Julian the Hawk autograph from the Boxing Hall of Fame, as well as the media credential of when he won it in 2019. That was $5. Coach Reem picked it out. Didn't even realize. Well, no, she picked out two other ones. I seen that one. I was like, oh, this goes good with this. I also, and I'll upload this later on in the week, I got a Kelly Pavlik interview. You see my daughters, I put her stuff up, but I got my own. That's the only interview I did, Kelly Pavlik, the Youngstown kid. I got him. Shout out to Youngstown, Ohio. And the reason why I did that, right, because I seen these guys, right, that I know be hating, right? He's like, you can't even hide the hate no more. Like, if you don't like somebody and you're jealous of them, it's like, just keep it moving, right? But they interviewed, and I asked them about this. They had, well, I don't even want, they don't even do interviews. They had a crash out session. These guys just be crashing out. But Kelly Pat was from Youngstown, Ohio. The man, he defeated Jermaine Taylor, and I talked about that. You'll see the interview. I asked him about that because that was a classic battle. He got up off the canvas and won, and became the man. The man. History's in the Hall of Fame, so he became the man, literally. And I asked him that. You could tell he's been in a lot of wars, but cool dude. Cousin Buddy didn't make it. But Michael Spinks was there. Shout out to Michael Spinks, man. We chopped it up, man. Cool dude, man. He's, these are the legends, man. Guys that put it down. I told Michael Spinks, man, I whooped a couple of guys using some of your moves, man. My uncles and the older guys, they loved you. I watched a lot of your fights coming up. I was a student of the game. I studied. He laughed. That gave him a good laugh. I said, yeah, man, I used a couple of your moves on some suckers that thought it was sweet, man. These guys, they always think shit is sweet until they get beat the fuck up, man. That's neither here nor there, man. Today we got a nice little show lined up for you. I'm going to address some Timothy Bradley comments. Timothy Bradley went off on Tank Davis, man. I don't know what it is. Bradley goes off on guys. He threw a little shade at Jihad this weekend, as he does, threw a shade at my brother. So I think that's why those females, the mother gooses, that's what I call them, the mother hens, they felt, because, a lot of people, and I noticed with this on YouTube, right? A lot of content creators really have no motion. They base their emotion off of who they're programmed to accept. See, me personally, I'm not that accepted because they feel like I'm too braggadocious. So listen, if you speak about the things that you do is considered braggadocious, by all means, that's me. By all means, that's me. I can't lie. That's what I do. I speak about the things I do. And this weekend, I added to the collection as well as my daughter. I was more proud of the things that my daughter accomplished this weekend. More proud of the things that she did. Not only did she interview Kelly Pavlik, she also interviewed Abraham Nova, who got a draw. Stitch Duran, she was in the locker. Like, it was good times, man. Great times. But I am more proud of her transition because mine's been there, man. I know I gave up on the YouTube boxing community a long time ago. I just come on here now with my character form and do what I do. I don't listen. You see, you guys let a whole nother year go by because now this is the 11th month, November. You guys let a whole nother year go by where you thought by not checking for me or checking for YouTube content that I put out was going to stop my growth. And if you do support the channel, you see that was absolutely the opposite. Right? I just premiered some stuff. Like, to be honest, the growth, the transition is like through the roof. And you see why I said, if you watch the content, you see why I said the prices are $1,700 now. Because do you see the type of access and the things that I am actually doing now in the game? So yeah, it's $1,700. It went up $500, literally. I had it at 12, 15, 17, man. Now, I basically am just moving and grooving and learning from the best, right? It is what it is. Top Rank is the best, You guys want to talk about PBC? Listen, all you guys that sit online and praise PBC, I never seen you guys work a PBC event. I can honestly say I work PBC events. That's why I speak about the PBC the way I do. Right? Where you guys, and matter of fact, let's get to these chicks right now, right? I was going to wait, but I'll get to them right now, real quick, right? And I want to throw them up on the screen, right? So you know who I'm speaking on. Because we're not gonna do those things no more. If we talk about somebody, we're going to show who we're talking about. I'm not going to play their content because I don't own it. And I think I know how they move, right? They definitely will get me flagged. You can tell the rats. You can tell the rats. They definitely have a lot of rat in them. You could just look at certain people and this is how they carry, right? But we'll get to them right off the rip. Chuck and the job, man. We on StreamYard too. So here we go right here. These young ladies, well, they're not. I'm sorry, they're not young. The other one, she's older than me. So, but you gotta respect y'all. These females right here, at the bottom, they did their live yesterday. And they were speaking about Jihad Tucker and our team and the father and him not listening to his dad. And it might be time for him to move on. And like I said, I think the reason why they said that because Timothy Bradley, I don't know if I gotta check with my team. But I don't know if he was emphasizing that on the broadcast. But I definitely know he was throwing shade about this stoppage a little bit. And like I said, a lot of times when you deal with people who um, don't have no motion, and I'm showing you these two females right here have absolutely no boxing motion. And the reason why I say that is, right, let me share this because I want people to hear me break this down. Why they have no boxing motion. And I don't care who this offends and who doesn't like this, but this is the truth. And a lot of times people don't like the truth, right? They can't stand the truth, right? They can't stand the truth. But these two right here, they are the poster child of YouTube boxing, right? And they're not the only ones, but they are the poster child. This is YouTube boxing in a nutshell. This is why content creators a lot of times are comfortable with trying to downplay people who actually have stats and do things because of content creators like them and many others, right? But these two females, right, were talking and speaking on jihad. Like I said, I'm not going to play their content, right? Shout out to my guy Mac 11. Mac 11, I'm on StreamYard as well too. Appreciate the likes over there. So they were speaking about jihad, and I think they probably heard Timothy Bradley because they were saying that he needs to leave his father, which they can do. They're entitled to their opinion, but opinions from people like them that have no motion, and the reason why I say they have no motion is simple, right? I remember because I used to, pull up on their chat sometimes and comment, but then I just fell back because the light skinned one, Earl Campbell, I think she's related to Earl Campbell. She's from Texas, right? They talk out of their mouth, sideways out of their mouth, right? And I don't know. I think that's the new trolling thing. But she said some old stupid shit to me sideways about Rick Glazier and all this. And I'm like, yo, if we was in presence together, your husband or brother or somebody, a man would have had to defend you because I would have clearly, you're not gonna disrespect me like that. Like you're not. I don't know the men that you were raised around or the men that you used to be around. There's certain things you don't say to a man as a female, but obviously you don't know. It's all good, right? That's why I don't really fuck with y'all now, and I'm going to expose the fact why y'all don't have no motion. Now, they did a interview with Frank Martin, an interview that did good numbers based on what you guys believe to be success, right? But this is the reason why they have absolutely no motion. They did an interview with Frank Martin that went viral in the senses that y'all speak on. It did good numbers, right? When Frank Martin turned down the Shakur Stevenson fight, when I was on the record, that's telling you that he was a fool, that he was green. Now you see everybody else talking about that he wasn't that good. And it's obvious, right? But they interviewed him and he spoke about a little and all this, right? But we fast forward after that interview, when they went to Vegas to cover the Tank Davis fight versus Frank Martin, who they did a viral interview with, didn't even give them media credentials, let alone no type of real coverage. When they did post their media coverage, that's why this is entitled media coverage, right? When they did post their media coverage, not only were they in the open to the public section for the weigh-in, but they was in the nosebleed section. I thought they was working on the AC units. Hopefully y'all caught that joke, man. Because the AC units are that high up there in the rafters. They was up in the rafters. This is a duo that did a viral interview with Frank Martin. But Frank Martin and Man Down Promotions, the Texas duo, right? They didn't even hook them up with credentials or even no type of passes where they could have, please don't try to cover up for them. Say, oh, they're not media, they're not. Listen, if you come on and you have a boxing show and you have a boxing show, you speak on boxing topics, you are some sort of a media person. If you don't get media credentials, that's because you're not respected. If you don't get media credentials and media passes to fights, it's because you're not it. That's all it is. So when a lot of times when these content creators that do boxing content and all this, they don't pull up or they're not outside. They always love to say, "Well, I'm not media." Yes, you are. You're just not respected, and you don't have no motion. And these two definitely have absolutely no motion. And Frank Martin showed that because Frank Martin had them in the nosebleed section. They was working on the AC units. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with that when you sit online like they did and do an interview with him and then act like you are in cahoots or a part of, knowing what's going on. And this is how he shows you love. I hope maybe he flew y'all out. I don't know your business. But if he did fly y'all out and take care of y'all to get to the fights and gave y'all complimentary tickets to the fights, that's cool. But normally if something like that happens and you fly out, you get flown out, you usually get some sort of a coverage, especially if you talk boxing in media. You get some sort of a media pass. You're not going to sit in the nosebleed sections. I don't know. Maybe I just on a different level when it comes to boxing. But yeah, but let me get back to what they were saying about Jihad and his father. So you want Jihad to leave his father, but yet you praise Bill Haney, rightfully so, because Bill Haney does probably donate to your super chats and shit. But a guy like Bill Haney, who, shout out to him and Dad, has done it too, from high school to the pros. But the difference between Jihad and Devin and Jihad and his father and Bill, right? Jihad went straight from high school to the league, no in between. Whereas Dev, right? Shout out to Dev and Bill, they went the Mexican route. And there's no knock on that. But you know the difference between the bright lights and the back roads. You took the back roads and it worked out. Like I said, it became undisputed. You're sitting on top of the world. But yet you're telling, and this is to the women, right? Mother hens. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. So you're telling a man who has basically did the Bill Haney blueprint, but he didn't have to go to Mexico. Because I remember they was trying to tell us that. I could speak on that. That's part of my job description, right? When Jihad was going to get signed, and I was a part of this process, they was like, "Yo, we can go to Mexico." Because remember, Jihad was 17. And they was like, "Yo, you go to Mexico for 2 years, have a whole bunch of fights, and then we'll bring you to the States." So he was like, "Nah, we don't want that. We don't want that." But shout out to the guys that do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And as you can see, his last performance, spectacular. He gave himself a B-. I have a lot of content to drop. Speaking of that, why don't we drop some of the content right now while there's nobody over here? I'll show some of the content. Man, we are heating up. Here's a short. Fine.
Yeah, but once you get to the ring, they're going to send you back. You're talking. We're just going to stay out here. What up, mama? What's up?
Man, that was dope, right? Walking out behind my fighter, my nephew. That was kind of smooth, real smooth, man. And you see, the dude, man. Um, but you see, I captured all that, right? I almost got caught coming out the tunnel while Jahad was coming through the tunnel, right? But I caught all that, man. Because I thought he went straight out, but now they was waiting to give him the cue for him to walk out, and I came right behind the curtain when he said I closed it. But that was kind of dope, though. It definitely was dope. That was a new experience. And then just have my daughter see me, you know. And then I passed her one of the phones. I gave her this phone right here. I didn't have this phone on me. So I gave her this phone, and did you see her cover? She did a good job. But her cousin, shout out to Josh, a.k.a. Young Bam, he knocked the phone down, and then she didn't realize the microphone had one up because she was doing a wonderful job. You could have heard her coaching, yelling out different combinations and stuff, but she knows that she's in the gym. But man, Jahad looked good. I just wish the ref would have stopped the fight sooner. Because his opponent, and shout out to his team, I talked to them, good people, man. I don't like to see fighters take that type of punishment. Like, did you see his legs do the stinky leg? That's not good. And the ref stopped it, right? And Timothy Bradley, I want to address Timothy. Timothy Bradley was mad. But shout out to Bernardo, always cleaning it up. Bernardo, always cleaning it up, right? Anytime a fighter, right? And we're going to go to this. I'm going to go to IG. Matter of fact, let me go to IG right now. I'll go to IG. What is this? Hold up. Why is the IG? Hold up, man. I don't know what happened with my handles. Nah, that's not cool. Man, this is not it. That's not that. I don't not know what happened with the. They really booted me out of my shit, man. All right, there we go. We're gonna get in. Hold on. I don't know what just happened. Shout out to Toby Baller in the building. Yeah, Toby, listen, the likes don't even matter no more, Toby. You see, from not doing no likes, did you see where I was at this weekend? Did you see what I did? Did you see the locker room coverage, the walkout coverage, the managerial look type of coverage that I had? Come on, man. This right here is smoke and mirrors, man. The internet boxing scene is smoke and mirrors. A bunch of fake fans with no motion that sit around. They don't even know the goods from the gimmicks, man. Unfortunately, I can care less if they like the content now. I'm just doing this. This is therapy for me now. I come on here and just to throw my stats in people's faces now. And trust and believe, I got about a whole good month worth of content to drop. I'm not even putting it all out, man. I'm stretching it like dope. I really meant that. Like, I'm not even gonna, like, shout out to all you content dudes that do that. I refuse to waste my time. Right? I'm just gonna put out shorts, minute clips. I'm not putting out long dragged out videos for what? Because the audience that I cater to is the audience that I see at the fights. If you see the content that I drop, those brothers that I met from Syracuse that I showed love to, the other guy that jumped in Jihad's interview that you see, those are the people that I cater to. This internet crowd, I come on here as my character and get these people upset now. Because regardless of them trolling me, not supporting, think they're ignoring me, they're not stopping the motion. And they aren't even doing anything in boxing. Real talk. Real talk. They don't even support real boxing. You know? They don't even support it. But I'm going to get to Tank Davis, something that what's the name said? It was Timothy Bradley won that Tank Davis hard. I'm going to pull it up. I just got to get my IG rocking. Yeah, the IG was rocking up there. I don't know, maybe changing the Wi-Fi. Because I was using the turning stone shit. All right, let's see what's going on. Reset the password. No password, I'm gonna make it. No, stop calling. I'm gonna get this password reset. Okay, the password is reset. All right, let's go here. Show. No. See, now why is it? I want to delete that. Nah. It's, I don't know what this is. I don't know, man. It's not letting me. Sorry, your password. Please double check. All right, I want to put the password in. Nah, man, they on some bullshit. They on some bull caca. If I can't get to the there we go. Now it should work. Watch this. And then we get this up over here. And y'all can see. Bang. Now that's the password, brother. Come on. I just reset it. Hold up, man. Nah, you know what it is. They don't want me on my IG because they know the Tank Davis thing I was gonna pull up is gonna trigger the wave. Let's try it again, man. No. Let's see now. There we go. Okay, we are up and running. I don't know what that was about. Not now, no thanks. All right, we here, man. I tried, guys. I got it to work. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about. Toby, give me a second. Toby says, I hit the like button on both channels. You the only one, Toby. I gotta dip out in a minute. I just want to say, show some support. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, we here having that motion talk. Shout out to Amani. Amani is back on the winning track. He has won the Metros. Now he just got to turn it up in the Nationals. Turn it up in the Nationals. You gotta do it on the bigger stage now. But shout out to you for winning your second Metro. But New York is really not the goods when it comes to amateur boxing anymore. That's what I hear. I'm out there. They don't really respect New York amateur boxers. And, everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? Now, let me see something. Well, they let me go over here. Now, I have another page. No, they're not going to do it. I had the blah, blah page, but it's all right. This will do. This will do, right? Now I want to go to this. Tank, here it is. Pay attention to this. Kid Austin posted this. This is what Timothy Bradley said about Tank Davis. All right, here we go.
Feel that this guy didn't want to fight, all this stuff, man. Like, before Shakur even signed to Cordina, it was a perfect opportunity for him to negotiate with Shakur. But it just always seems that Tank, and this isn't just me hating him, this is factual. Tell me the last true, like, top A dog, bro, where he didn't suck him down and wait so he can have an advantage and saying, oh, he too big and this and that, like he did with Garcia, man. Who was the last? It was Pedraza, and that was years ago, dog. But since then, I mean, who else? Frank Martin, he's Green. It's almost like, to me, it's like, bro, you like almost a 30-year-old prospect, dog. Fight the best. Fight Shakur. Oh, he tried to fight Lomachenko at the end. I already know what everybody, but Loma didn't want that smoke. He retired Loma. You could have fought that 5-6 years ago. But you was in protective custody. Straight up. PBC protective custody, bro. Straight up. No, I'm serious. No, but look, they built a hell of a product. The dude look, man, makeup covers up a lot of imperfections. Matchmaking can do the same thing. What are you scared of? That's what I'm trying to, what are you scared of? That's what I'm trying to understand. Put this dude in there with a lion. He knocked out a lion. That's what I'm talking about. Put him in there with a lion, man. So that's just me. That's what.
Now, I haven't seen, has Tank responded? Does anybody know? Tank is big on Twitter. Has he responded? I'm pretty sure he's seen that. Has he responded yet? He said Tank Davis was scared. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure Tank has responded. He had to. He said that man was scared, man. Salute, my guy. He said Tank Davis was scared. I know Tank Davis is going to respond to that, man. Shout out to Timothy Bradley, the Hall of Famer. Timothy Bradley got his thing enshrined up there at the Hall of Fame. I seen it. I have the content on it, right? But he said that Tank Davis was scared, and he called him a product, a manufactured product. PBC, what did he say? The PBC protection. That's crazy. That's crazy. Has he responded though? Let me look on Twitter. I know that's a lot of guys' sources, Twitter. He had to respond. With everything that's going on right now, with the cancellation of his fight, right? He had to respond to that. Because when I look, it had over 20,000 something views. So I'm pretty sure he's seen that. You know? I'm pretty sure he's seen that. But damn, Timothy Bradley said, what is he scared of? Now, me personally, I don't think Tank is scared. I just think that I like this. Hold on. Shout out to Durant TV, Durant 2 Real for TV. He said Timothy Bradley, basically Desert Storm's absolutely right. Not saying Tank is scared, but he's definitely avoiding an elite boxer and decided to fight tomato cans. Man, now I think that, earlier in his career, Mayweather Promotions and that moved him in a particular way. And I think I can agree with you, Duran. It kind of ruined him. Now with me being on this side of the fence, I know that game. And I think Tank Davis is the goods though, but when you are accustomed to fighting guys with not too much resistance that are hype jobs, because Frank Martin, let's be honest, man. Frank Martin was a hype job, man. And I told people this, man. Like Frank Martin he's a 30-year-old prospect himself. But they was making it seem like, now I said this, right? I was like, Abdullah Mason would mop the floor with Frank Martin. Right? That was like giving Abdullah Mason, because that's what they did. They moved. When people talk about Abdullah Mason being moved, that was the same way Frank Martin was moved on the PBC side. But the difference is Abdullah Mason is 20 years old. Frank Martin was 29. And Frank Martin was moved as a 29-year-old prospect behind Earl Spence. And Earl Spence was a built-up product. Nobody wanted to come to the, what's the name with it? Not only was he a built-up product, he was a protected drug addict drunk. And this is not alleged no more because this has come out. So you add all that into the mix, and this is the guy that's co-signing Frank Martin because he's his promoter. Because remember, the whole Shakur shit jumped off. And I was like, Shakur will expose him, and they know that. That's why they left the table. They left the table and made it seem like he needed more money. Which, people are going to run with that because that is a good excuse. But if there was really like what they said there was, right? That he could have beat Shakur. He could have knocked Shakur off. And still, he was still going to get the Tank Davis fight. The Tank Davis fight would have been that much bigger. And that's what I was trying to explain to the deaf, dumb, and blind that sit on the internet and discuss boxing, business, and strategies with no type of motion. Right? If you really got motion, and Frank Martin is who you said he was supposed to take that Shakur fight, take Shakur's belt. Now when he goes to the table once again with Tank Davis, his value was that much higher. But they knew he wasn't. I was like, you're only going to get 1.1, 1.2. We could probably get you $2 million and get stretched out. And that's what we seen happen. Right? But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know, right? He said, you're right. He's using the Mayweather blueprint. Yeah, of course. Listen, that's how he was groomed. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Right? That's how he was groomed. I remember, right? There was a pivotal point where a young Tevin Farmer who was active, getting busy, wanted to fight him. I was behind the scenes trying to orchestrate some of that, right? And they played Tevin Farmer. But the reason why they played Tevin Farmer is it probably would have been a good fight, right? But they did not want Tank to look a certain type of way, right? Because they was building him in. And they was like, oh, Tevin Farmer's a 5,000 whatever seat fighter. He didn't have a belt at the time. He got the belt. They still didn't give it to him because it's like with Lomachenko at the time. When the one thing about the PBC, and they put this on everybody else, but all of them do it, but they always try to put it on everybody else and try to make it seem like their fighters are the best. Your fighters are more manufactured than any other company. But they all do it. That's why you have a matchmaker. All right? And you heard what Timothy Bradley referenced with Javante. He said they made a good product, which they did. Javante knocks everything out. Then you get content creators that are programmed to program others. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. But see, there's a reason why, and I'll share some of this now, right? You hear certain fighters, Brian Norman Jr., Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, there's other guys. I can go down and down, right? That have sparred him, right? And they're confident that they could do something with him, right? Right? But the fans are so programmed, they think everything that guys are saying is cap. Oh, it's cap, it's cap. Well, it may be cap and it might not be. Tank is not fighting these particular guys, right? A lot of these guys that have been in there with him, that have these stories, he doesn't fight these guys, right? He's not. He fought who? Frank Martin, because he was confident, right? Didn't he tell Frank Martin, yo, you're not ready? He knew this, right? He knew this. You're not ready. He knew Frank Martin was green. And what happened? Frank Martin got in there with him. When Tank Davis was fainting, he was flinching at the fucking press conferences, bro. Like, come on, man. This is boxing, and it's sad because people just get on here and they just dicks up. They don't really talk boxing. They dicks up. Like, you should have knew off that. When Tank did him like this, he did one of these. Like, come on, is this dude really ready to fight? This is a fucking press conference. He's freezing up. How's he going to be when the lights are bright? He's not going to be able to wear these glasses. The lights is going to be too bright for him, man. You do have options, though, man. Appreciate that comment, Durant TV. Shout out to the people that's over here. The lights is up. Let me see what my guy back. Like I said, I agree. He shouldn't have taken the Shakur fight. He may have a hard time bouncing back. Yeah, he should have, right? Because listen, if he would have lost to Shakur, I think they know he would have got exposed. But at least they could have ran with it. But you know what, I'm gonna tell you, the PBC, Timothy Bradley said it best, it's the PBC Protection Committee. They'd rather their guys lose in-house. Because when they lose to a top-ranked fighter or another promotional company fighter, it just exposes them for what they are. Not it. See, Frank Martin was built up to be like this guy, this killer. Oh, Frank Footer. Frank Footer, man. I'm telling you. I got a youngin' right now I'll throw in there with Frank Martin. My nephew. I'll put him in there with him. Real talk, right now. And I think he can swim with Frank Martin. I don't think he could beat Frank Martin because Frank Martin is a strong, grown man. But I think my nephew will give him fits. I'm not going to front on Frank like Frank is a sucker. He's not a sucker. He's a grown man. He's a sturdy dude. But I think my nephew will give him fits right now. Really, he's only 15. In 3 more years, that's out the window. He will beat the shit out of Frank Martin. I swear it. I'll co-sign it in 3 years. Right now, like I said, Frank Martin will get him because he's a grown man with grown man strength. He'll break him down. But my nephew will give him fits right now. I put him in there with him. If we was in Texas and they was in the gym, I'd be like, yo, can he get some work? I'll put him right in there. And I would tell Frank, don't hold back. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. That's where we at with it. But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know, man? Man, I know I had a wonderful, wonderful time this weekend. Did a lot of work, as you can see. Here, there, right here. Let's go through some of the. I'm going to stop it right here. This is called a media scrum. A lot of you guys never participated in none of these type of things. As you can see, the other media that is around. I am the media marketing agent. This is my nephew. He was just successful in an 8th round stoppage, so now he is doing media. You see his younger brother, who I was just speaking on right here, 15-year-old number 1 ranked in the nation, 4-time national champion Jamoy Tucker, handing him his jewelry because, Jihad is at that stage now. He's a young star, slide or provide. That's what they did, the young guys said. So you see him putting on his stuff. Man, hold on, let me stop it. Yo, see the real content. The real content, right? It was just 4 people over on the StreamYard, right? It was 4 stagnant motherfuckers. I can tell. I can always tell a stagnant YouTube boxing person because whenever I go to real boxing content on the Instagram or YouTube on StreamYard, they got a pew, especially if there was one that sat around and tried to downplay my motion year after year. Now they see where I'm at with it, where they're at with it. Man, they got a bad it. They did a pew, right? But they will sit around and watch and do other things for hours and hours with no motion. But let's continue on right here.
All right, so last time was in the next season. Talk to me about the progression tonight. What was expected from this opponent? What ended up happening in the ring?
I expected to have a physical. I expected to be tough. I expected to fight back. You got a pop in tonight, man. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You got a pop in tonight. Can I get a picture? Can I get it? All right. Yo,
That's real love right there. That's real love right there.
This guy got popping tonight.
That's real love right there. Yeah, he doing an interview, boss, man. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
I'm just so love.
Now you see how I handled that? Look, I am a professional. But you see how I handled that? He interrupted the interview. But I got years of experience with this now. I knew that man was intoxicated. I know he just witnessed that performance and he seen Jihad because he had a beer in his hand. It was half empty. He was probably going to get a refill. These are facts, right? But I seen and I know that feeling, man. When you go to the fights, and this is why I said, you content creator, YouTube community people, I didn't give a fuck about you because you aren't outside. You come on live every single day, but you can't post one picture at a fight. You can't. You listen, man. We're going to the 2025, man. Some of you motherfuckers been doing live streams every day, sitting online for 5 hours, 6 hours, 3 hours. You can't post 6 fights that you went to this year, let alone 2. But yet, you thought by you not supporting people that actually go to fights or in the game was going to stop motion. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to be in the field. You have to be a real player to stop a player. Well, you guys aren't players. You guys are player haters, player wannabes, player nobodies. But shout out to that guy though, man. He really interrupted the interview, but you see, I still let it rock and told them. Now this one right here, dope. We about to walk out. Jihad was draped out as the presidential elections. He said, will Frank stay at 135? Would like to see him. You think he can handle 147? Listen, let's talk about that real quick. Great comment. That comment I'm speaking on right now is coming from the behind the source of views, right? Shout out to my guy, Mac 11 over there, man. I don't think so, right? Because look, when you look at his body structure, He's a diesel type of guy, a lot of muscle. But yeah, he fights at 135. So 147, he's going to move up. He's going to have to put on a lot more muscle, right? Because, you know, guys at 147, that's the contractor weight. They probably going in 160, buck 65. So they're middleweights now. Damn, they're super middleweight, right? Some of these guys. I don't see that looking good for him. I just don't. You know, he was sucking down to 135 for a reason, for advantage. We don't call guys weight bullies because if you make the weight, you make the weight. But there was a reason why he's a smaller guy, Frank. There was a reason why he was sucking down to 135 to fight. Tank Davis knew this. Tank Davis and his team knew this. As seasoned, you know, guys in the game, what did they do? They had a late weigh-in, right? Because they know this guy is probably much bigger, carries a lot of muscle mass. Smaller guys sucking all the way down. Because realistically, Frank Warren should be fighting at 140. I don't know about 147 because if you ever seen him in person, he's small. Real small. 140 is good for him, might be pushing it. Because I think like guys like at 140 will mop the floor with him, like Gary Antoine Russell, you know, Tiafimo, Devin Haney, those type of guys, they mop the floor with him. He's a little, I don't, you know, to each his own, but I could be wrong. That's just my assessment. But thank you for that comment. I like that comment. 147, I think he's man, listen, 147, you got guys like Boots Ennis, Mario Barrios. Yo, Joe, I'm doing the podcast. I'll call you right back. Well, that was Joe Dini. I'll call him back, man. I'm handling the podcast right now. But yeah, 147, I think is too big for him. Too big. 140 though, he probably could do some things at 140 if they move him, and that's what they've been doing. They've been moving him. So 140, I can see him trying to make some noise at 140. But yes, this is Jihad before the walkout.
It's that slide of a vibe music right here. I said it's that slide of a vibe music right here.
Man, these guys, shout out to my nephews, man. Yeah, the music they was listening to in the locker room, oh my God. Listen, man, to each his own. You know, he's going out there to fight. So whatever he gets into, he gets into. But that music, the drill music, that's the drill music they was playing, man. I'm not a drill type of guy. I could fight, I could do my thing, but you know, the drill scene, that's the young guys, man. We was listening to all that drill shit in there, man. Now this was cool. This was like, shout out to Turner Stones Casino. They was reposting a lot of my stuff. I was, in the locker room area before the fight. And I want to say this too, right? To all you fake fans, right? And you know who I'm speaking. I'm not even going to say your name and give you no acknowledgement, but you guys are fake fans. I remember a lot of times certain people used to always be like, yo, why you don't do this? Because that's what they always never wanted to support. So they always will find a reason why not to support. So now, look, I did all of that. Where's your support at, you fake individuals? But I used to always tell you, I'm like, I'll be right there. I'm right there every time. He said, why Keyshawn Davis don't fight Frank? He don't want that smoke. Frank Martin sucks, dude. What is your name? Malachi K. Are you serious? You think, listen, Keyshawn Davis will beat the shit out of Frank Martin, man. Frank Martin is not that good, bro. Frank Martin was the biggest name on Frank Martin's resume is probably Michelle Rivera. Michelle Rivera was another Frank Martin. But a lot of guys don't know boxing, man. Frank Martin was moved, manufactured, and then he was underneath Earl Spence. Earl Spence was the biggest thing in boxing at the time, programmer-wise. But we've seen that was not the case when he fought Terrence Crawford, But thank you for your comment, though, man. But no, Frank Martin is not it, man. Frank Martin can't listen. A lot of top ranked fighters will mop the floor with Frank Martin. It is what it is. It's because they are developed. Frank Martin's look the same thing that his coach, if that's still his coach, I believe it is. Derrick James like to say about Terrence Crawford. No, say that about your guy, Frank Martin. Frank Martin is manufactured, right? He's manufactured. Frank Martin, if you want to, Malik K, you can come over on the StreamYard. I will pull up Frank Martin's box rack and show you the guys that he was fighting to get the Tank Davis fight. We can break it down if you want to. I got time today. I'm not in no rush. I'm off. I'm chilling. Today is really a rest day for me. I'm just going to be uploading a lot of fire content throughout the day. But I said, let me come in here and get my blogs in because it is a new month. And we are about to get monetized again. You know, I'll do the monetization again. He said, EJ's still the biggest. Don't get it twisted. And he put butts in the... Yo, bro, I already know you. You are a, no disrespect, but respectfully, Malik K, you are a program dummy. EJ is not the biggest. EJ is not putting butts in the seats. If that was the case, now I'm going to take you to school, brother. This is why I have the board right here. This is free. Thank you for coming over here. You give me a chance to really show what it is I do. So you just said that EJ is still the biggest. And I am going to cross EJ out right here and tell you that is a lie. Look, EJ is crossed out. He is not the biggest. And that whole narrative no longer flies. And I am going to do this and show you why. So you're saying he's the biggest, right? If he was the biggest and he was putting butts in the seats, why hasn't he fought since he lost to Terrence Crawford, right? Because regardless of him losing or not, if he is your narrative, and now I'm going to break this down so you're talking to somebody that's in the field. If he is your narrative and he's the biggest, right? EJ is the biggest. He puts butts, you said butts, and seats, which means money, right? But yet they let Canelo and Tank, well, Tank not even getting his second fight. These are the guys that are getting all the money over there, right? Canelo fought twice, Tank fought once. His other fight was Show. Earl Spence, who you just said is the biggest, puts butts in the seats, has fought how many times? Look, you're talking about Bud. Look, Bud already got a fight, though. But I want you to break down what you said. Why did Canelo fight twice? Tank Davis fought once, but the guy that you said is the biggest, who I already X'd off, because I told you he's not, puts butts in the seats, which makes money, has yet to fight once this year, right? And add to the fact that they only want him to fight where? In Dallas, Texas. And why does that keep getting pushed off? See, the board is up, and we can play these games today. You are out your league. Stay in your lane there, Malik, or Malachi, whatever your name is. Stay in your lane. But explain that. Since Earl Spence is the biggest and puts butts in the seats, why does his fights keep getting pushed back? Why hasn't he fought? Why hasn't he fought? See, you're still talking about Bud, so why Bud wanted that fight? Bud wanted that fight because Bud wanted to expose him. And that's what they did. They exposed him, right? But explain to me why he hasn't been back. Since you said he's the biggest. When you are the biggest and you are a draw like that, they're going to put you back in the ring because you're making them boku dollars. See, you said he was the biggest. Damn, none of these markers are working. I got to go out there and tell them. All right. You said EJ is the biggest. that's not getting fights right now. The biggest. No fight dates though. Look, no fight dates. So what butts is he putting in the seats, man? You said he puts butts in the seats. What butts is he putting in the seats? He hasn't been on the calendar. And we can stretch it back even more. He's only had one fight in what, how many years? In a couple years? Then look, add to the fact that where's he only fighting? Like I said, in the D, Dallas. He's putting butts in the seats. See, you're talking to the wrong one. You're not talking to a content faker, crash dummy that goes off a narrative. You're talking to somebody that actually talks to the suits, that actually has relationships with people that do these things. So Earl Spence is the biggest. Why didn't the biggest get a fight this year? Huh? Why didn't he get a fight this year? If he's putting butts in the seats, because everybody likes to make money, right? Everybody likes to make money. They would have manufactured an opponent for him like they've been doing. They would have manufactured an opponent for him like they've been doing. But you know what? That whole narrative of him being the biggest, which was smoke and mirrors, because we could pull an article up when the first time when he fought in Dallas, Texas, at the Star, which I was there and covered, and I was also working behind the scenes, Jerry Jones bought the place out. And it was a thing for Jerry Jones. See, I can speak on this now because this is all public record. Jerry Jones did that because he had built up Frisco, the little Jerry's World, Jerry's Town. And he wanted to show it off to the world. So what better way not to show it off to the world by having the champion at the time do a hometown fight and you buying out the arena and bringing everybody in. But this guy's the biggest. Oh, man, who are you talking to, man? Let me see. What did you say now? He chose not to fight yet. You know that. No, I don't know that. I know you said that he was the biggest, right? And anytime you are the biggest, you're making money. You're generating money, right? He didn't get a fight, but he's the biggest. He puts butts in the seat. And not for nothing, you're talking to somebody that does this. PBC needs money. If your network, your promotional company need money, when they put out their best product, come on, man. By all means, man, stick around, man. You can learn something, man. You're talking to somebody that does this, man. I don't sit on YouTube and play around. You know, what's your name? Malik K? Come on, man. Kick rocks, Malik K. Your shit that you're saying doesn't fly over here. If your boy was who he was, the biggest, puts butts in the seats, the company over there that only has put on 4 or 5 shows definitely would have had him out because they're not in the black, the red. They're fucked up right now. They need somebody that's putting butts in the seats because they need to sell because their ship is sinking. He said, why you keep saying you do this? I do this, champ. Well, because I do. I just came from doing this. I just came from doing this, man. You know? And I was part of Earl Spence's success up here behind the scenes. So you're talking to somebody that actually deals in the business of boxing, not the business of YouTube, smoke and mirrors. It's obviously you do absolutely nothing, Malik, because you said that he was the biggest, and the biggest has not fought. So how is he the biggest, Malik? I have time today, please. Why don't you come on StreamYard? I'll put the link out on StreamYard and give you a chance to explain this, right? Because I'm on StreamYard too. I'll give you the link. You're watching from the behind the views, you know, the behind the most views. You come on StreamYard, I'll let you get the link and break it down to me because you can debunk anything that I am saying because everything is up for, you know, evaluation, opinion, you know, break it down. Because I don't think you could break down what I just said. You said he was the biggest, but yet he hasn't fought this whole year. And every time they said he was going to fight November, December, it keeps getting pushed back and pushed back. That's not what they do if you really put butts in the seats. He said, so why Fondora want to fight EJ? That's where the money's at. Yeah, bro. I already see you have no clue what you're speaking on. Who told you this? Yo, who told you this, right? Who's your source? Huh? Fondora wants to fight EJ. Does he? Does he want to fight EJ? So why they didn't fight? He said, so why they didn't fight then? If he wants to fight EJ. Fondora hasn't fought since when? Fondora fought in March. Bro, it's November. Come on, man. Yo, how old are you? You know, I don't want to offend you. How old are you? Like, do you know business? You said he puts butts in seats. It's money. Like, you know, you sound like somebody that listens to guys that have no emotion. If everything that you're saying about EJ is true, right? EJ has fought, he fought last July 29th. Fondora fought in March, right? Fondora, you won't, yo, listen, brother, you won't cook nothing. You don't come outside, I can tell, because you're going back and forth with me in the chat. But Fondora fought in March. Earl Spence fought in July, right? He puts butts in the seats, but he hasn't had a date this year. So what butts is he putting in the seats, man? But thank you for coming over here. I'm going to continue back over here with the motion over here, man. That is, I posted this picture right here for a reason, because a lot of times you always got these content creators that talk about egg weights being slipped in. As you can see, this is right here. This is the commission. He is observing, shout out to Mike Bezel. That's Mike Bezel wrapping Jihad's hands. This is the commission. He was with us the whole time. I'm going to play another video when he's walking out with us. It is his job to watch Jihad and everything that goes on in the locker room. Now you can see he is holding what? The gloves. These are the actual fight gloves that Jihad fought, and they are sealed. He's holding them, right? Now, when these gloves go on Jihad's hand, I have the video. I'm going to show that as well at some point. I'll put that content out, right? But you see the gloves are sealed. So when these guys were saying, and I was telling you guys this, right? I was saying how you guys be like, oh, they slipped in the ankle weights and all that. I'm like, damn. So you mean to tell me pay-per-view fighters, right? And I remember doing live streams breaking this down. I'm like, damn. So pay-per-view fighters don't have commissions in the locker room? This is the biggest stage. You mean to tell me they have undercard fighters being monitored that heavy, and the biggest stars don't get that? Nah, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Or you're just sitting around listening to people that's really not in the game. But yeah, this is the athletic commission right here. Sitting right there watching. Look, observing everything. At one point, like I said, I got the videos. I'm gonna put them out. When Mike Bezel put some tape on, he was like, "Oh, you gotta take that off. It can't be like that." Yo, they monitor it, and even another member of the team comes in there watching as well. But you know, you can't tell these guys this shit. These guys know everything. That's my brother being mic'd up. You know, that's what I was talking about. You know, I had to have a little fun, right? These niggas was playing that drill shit, right? Yeah, these niggas was in there playing that drill shit, right? The music is, yo, shout out to the drill rappers, the youngers. I fuck with y'all. Some of it, a lot of that shit, I can't get into that shit, man. You niggas be on all different type of drugs. You know, to each his own. I don't knock brothers for being on whatever they need to be on, prescription, medication. But man, that shit, that's why you see the movement I did, man. I was having a good time in there. You see what I told my nephew? I said, yo, man, that's real shit. Yeah, here it is again. That's what I was talking about. Now you see the gloves are being placed on right here. For those of y'all fucking with the stream, y'all, and know that's gonna play it on the playback. The stream, you see the commission watching, observing the gloves being placed on the hands. So the egg weight was slipped in. He turned when we gave him the egg weight. Like Tyson Fury got that guy right there that's watching everything. They're like this. Yeah, stop listening to these guys, man. These guys have absolutely no boxing motion. They sit online. They huddle up in groups. They're not in the field, man. A lot of these guys probably never attended a fight, let alone been a part of a fight team, had a fight, know anything. Like I told, this is the reason why I wanted to record all of this time. Because I'm like, yeah, these dudes be on here and they brainwash dumb people to thinking that's how it actually goes down. There's so many dumb people that I actually got in arguments with. Well, I'm not even gonna say arguments. They was arguing with me. Cause I'm not gonna argue with you about shit that I know. And I know you don't even know, you're not outside. But yeah, that's the commission right there, watching all of that, man. Literally watching. And then if you look at this one, yo, he even walks out to the ring with you. Look, this shit is, yeah, you be listening to niggas with no emotion talk boxing. This guy walks out to the ring with us, bro. Like, come on, like, listen, if you wanted to slip him anything, they're on it, man. That's why when they were saying this shit about Earl Spence, I was like, man, these niggas need to just give it up, man. Stop talking about dude. Dude fell off, man. They said, yeah, his girl gave him a drink, and he drunk it, and I'm like, nigga, maybe they do it different. But I've been down there too. That's impossible. Because everything, if you want to get a water, the waters are right over there. All that shit is still there watching everything. Like if I wanted to run down on Jihad and pass him something, if it wasn't a bottle of water, if it was in a water bottle or something, they would have been on it. It would have immediately been an immediate red flag. Like, what is in that container? What are you giving him? So when I heard those stories come out that, oh, yeah, him and his girl was arguing and then she gave him a drink. And I was like, man, YouTube boxing is goofy. My man said, you believe Shakur could beat Tank too, right? It'll be a good fight. It'll be a good fight. You know? It'll be a good fight. Anything can happen. I'll tell you what, I know Shakur could box. But see, I would never count Tank out. Because Tank has what? The equalizer. It's what can he land at. And if you go against the odds of Tank not landing, it's a fight. I think Shakur's going to get hit in a fight. That's the only thing. But a lot of guys outbox Tank. It's like a Wilder. Tank, all it takes is for Tank is to land that one bomb. You know? You got to be perfect against Tank. Do I think Shakur could be perfect? Absolutely. But you have to be perfect. I don't think Shakur, and I think Tank's team knows this too. He's not the type of fighter that has those mental lapses. You know? But see, I can't give away strategy and game plan. I do this, bro. But the great question, though. Great question. He said, bro, you really disrespectful. I make you put respect on it. Yo, listen, I know Earl Spence, man. Fuck Earl Spence. I'll tell him to his face that. Fuck him. You heard? Earl Spence disrespected me and my family a long time ago when he thought it was cool to lie on me. So fuck him. And fuck you for coming over here defending him. You heard? Straight like that. That's how I give it up. You don't lie on me and my name and my family and my legacy and not apologize. You heard? You over here defending this dude, don't even know him. I know him. Earl Spencer's a piece of shit. Straight like that. Yeah, I said it. The news by Shanewz, and I stand on that. You know, you do have options. But yeah, let's continue on. If you look right here, make sure there's no music on this, man. Matter of fact, here, look, let me show you this. Right? If you're still over here, young brother. You're still over here.
Yeah, they got blues. They're gonna walk down. I told them to give me. Yeah, but once you get to the ring, they're gonna send you back. It's okay.
This is who I am right here. See? That's who I am right there. I stand on that. I stand on that. That's who I am right there. Yo, appreciate that, Matt. Matt said great content. You know, I just come on here and share my experiences. A lot of fans, you know, they can't deal with it because see, they're used to delusional, non-motion talk. I just speak on things that I've been through. Rest in peace to Luther Vandross. I can only speak for the things that I've been through. See, a lot of y'all ain't been through nothing in boxing. Absolutely nothing. You don't go to fights. Y'all don't have a media company. Y'all don't have a management consultant firm. Y'all have absolutely nothing other than coming on YouTube and linking up with other YouTubers or fucking with content creators that you're comfortable with. To me, that's cool. That's what you do. What is my saying? You know, you do have options. You heard? You do have options. He said, that's your personal opinion, big dog. You don't got to say fuck me, though. No, I do. You know why I do? And I'm going to tell you why, respectfully. You over here telling me, and I quote, well, let me go back to your comment, right? Right? That's how I move. If you know me, right? You over here telling me, right? This is what you told me. You said, fall off. Bro, you're really disrespectful. I make you put respect on EJ's name. That's what you told me. So you know what I responded back to was what I said. Because you're telling me that I'm being disrespectful to somebody that, do you know Earl Spence? Do you know him? Do you know Earl Spence? Have you done business with Earl Spence? Have you been around Earl Spence? So you're telling me how that I'm supposed to carry it around somebody that I not only know, I've been around, I've eaten with, how to conduct my handle. So yes, fuck you too, respectfully. Don't speak about shit that you don't know about. You know, you do have options though. But I appreciate the comment though, young brother. But yes, thank you, Mac 11. I appreciate you. He said, nah, I know EJ personally. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you did, you would have never came out your face towards me, because you would have known everything that I'm talking on is certified and stamped. But thank you, though, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you. But let me get back to over here, right? Yeah, you see, I have my customary Welch's great right there, man. Welch's great, man. But we had
Shout out to the team.
yeah, we had a great weekend, man. I think this might be it for the year. I'm pretty sure this is it for the year for Jihad. Next fight date will probably be, you know, I'll let y'all know. But wonderful year for Jihad this year, right? 3-0. He won 3-0. Finishing the year with a knockout, a stoppage in the middleweight division, a new division, right? Also, I want to say this for those that, you know, were hating secretly behind the scenes. Y'all not laughing no more. Shout out to Just Do Boxing in the building. I see you, right? Y'all not hating no more, man. Y'all damn sure ain't outside. Like I said, I don't see y'all at the fights, man. Jihad fought where this year? Do the math, man. It was a good year for him. Hula Theater in June, right? He finished the year strong. He had the hiccup, the draw in last December, right? Against the number 5 at the time, middleweight, who has since went on to kind of fall off, right? They brought him back in June. Hula Theater, great performance. They followed that up where we went international, baby. We was in Canada. Oh, Canada, Quebec City. Another spectacular performance. And then they brought us back this past Saturday in Verona, New York. Shout out to Verona, Oneonta, Syracuse, all the good people up there. And he got the stoppage in spectacular fashion. If you look at this stoppage on the top ranked page, man, Jihad looked good. That was that jerk sauce. Everybody was running with the jerk sauce. That's what it was. The jerk sauce. Let's see how many views it's at right now. Shout out to Ali Felice. Well, yeah, it's it was over, man. It was over, man. That man's knees buckled underneath him, man. Underneath him, man. Damn. That was a good night, man. Yo, I love the fan base up there, man. Listen, I love the fan base down here too, in our backyard. But up there, the upstate New Yorkers, it's like a lot of these guys down here, Malik, if you're still in here, catch this vibe, right? A lot of these guys down here in the boroughs, Long Island, they don't come to fights. They sit around. They're time wasters. They have no emotion. They sit around, they speculate with other crash dummies and motherfuckers that ain't doing nothing. The people up there, that's why when you seen that drunk fella, right? He interrupted the interview, but I was like, yo, let him rock, right? I was like, he was excited. He watched the fight. He was drunk. He paid his money. He came, right? He seen Jihad, right? Listen, he was probably going, because listen, how they set their shit up there, he was going to the concession stand, I know it. And upon breaking the corner, going to the concession stand, he seen Jihad amongst the media doing a media scrum. And you heard, he said, oh shit, you got it popping, fam. He was twisted. He said, yo, you got it popping. He was oblivious to what was going on because he locked eyes with Jihad. And he just witnessed that performance Jihad put on. He said, oh shit, you got it popping, fam. He went right over there. And then when I woke him up, I said, yo, fam, he's doing an interview, but that's love. You understand? He said, nah, I just want to show love. I said, I got you. I dapped him up and I escorted him off. But, that's what you get when you have a real fan base. Nah, Philly. I'm from New York. No Philly. I'm from where EJ's from. I thought you know EJ. See, you don't know EJ. You don't know EJ. See, look, you telling on yourself now. But shout out to my Philly family. I got family in Philly. Oh, now you not from Brooklyn. What part of Brooklyn you from? You from Brooklyn? What part of Brooklyn you from? Where you at in Brooklyn? Where you at in Brooklyn? You from Brooklyn. Where you at in Brooklyn, man? You're not from Brooklyn, man. You're not from Brooklyn. Gates and Nostrand. Okay, what part though? Look, you're not talking to nobody that doesn't know. Gates and Nostrand is big. What part, man? So you from Mano's hood, right? Yeah, you from Mano's hood. Gates and Nostrand. You from Mano's hood. Huh? Look, damn, it's taking you long to type, man. See, look, it's taking you too long to type, man. Come on, man. It's taking you too long, man. It's taking you too long, man. But shout out to Ali Felice. He looked good too, man. Daniel, the card was decent, man. The card was decent. He said Mano's not really from Gates. Okay. But that's what Mano claims though. Right? That's what you said you're from. You said you're from Gates and Nostrand. That's Mano claims that. Right? That's the Hustle Hard, Mano and Gotti and all of them. That's what they claim, right? The Hustle Hard crew. Right? They claim that, right? That's where you from. You from Brooklyn. You from Brooklyn. You from Brooklyn, and you say you personally know somebody from Texas. So how do you personally know somebody from Texas and you're from Brooklyn? See, you gotta look. You dealing with somebody that's not dumb, deaf, or blind. You know what I'm saying? You're not dealing with a fiend or something, man. You know, you're not dealing with a fiend, man. You sat here in my chat and said you personally know somebody that's from Texas, but you're from Nostrand and Gates in Brooklyn. Last time I checked, EJ's not from Brooklyn. When he goes to the Barclay, when he used to fight here in New York at the Barclays in Brooklyn, he probably don't even know how to get to Gates and Nostrand. But you personally know him, you said. Yo, man, I appreciate you coming over here, man. You made the show rather entertaining because it shows a different side. It shows that I can communicate with the chat and also still do the show. Right? I appreciate you, Malik. Thank you. But yeah, this call was fire. A lot of people felt like O'Shaquie Foster didn't win. But it's like, damn, if he didn't win, he won in February. I was at that fight at the Hula Theater. So if he didn't win in Verona, and I don't really know, I got to rewatch the fight because by the time he was fighting, man, I was in the room by then. I ain't gonna hold you. I left. Right? I was in the room. I was chilling because we was in the locker room for a while. And then, like I said, they had some good food, man. New England clam chowder is my soup, man. They make that shit good upstate New York, man. I guess it's closer to Massachusetts and all that. So they got the real good recipe up there for New England. But that soup was good. I had some fried shrimp. I didn't really fuck with the red meat. I had some chicken tenders. But that steak, I ain't gonna hold you. That steak did look good, man. With the gravy on the side. Yo, shout out to the Turner Stones, man. I didn't want no red meat that late, man. I was like, nah, I don't want no red meat that late. I knew we had the long ride in the morning, and I was like, nah, I'll just do something light, man. I'll do something light, man. So I did the fried shrimp, right? I had some fried shrimp because they didn't have calamari and all that. Like Turner Stones is cool. But different. Like when we're in other cities, and you can move around a lot better. Like upstate New York, I like it, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna knock it. But they don't have the city feel. In the city, like when we fight at the Hula Theater, and the fight's over, you can go pick basically anywhere and get any type of food you want, Mediterranean. You can get all that. Up there, the choices is limited. Because I ain't gonna hold you. I did have a craving. I wanted a good gyro or like, a Greek salad, but they didn't even have that. I was like, just give me the fried shrimp. He said, bro, what? LOL. What does that mean? He's in Texas. He's always here. No, he's not. Yeah, when's the last time he was here? Like, you capping right now. Yeah, I'm not even going to entertain you no more. He said he's always here. No, he's not. No, he's not. You don't know him, but it's all good, man. Yeah, you was an EJ fan from Brooklyn. He said, yeah, he said, oh, you're from upstate? Nah, I'm upstate. Nigga, I'm from Brentwood. I'm in Brentwood right now. Suffolk, Long Island. All over though, Nassau, Queens, your way too, Brooklyn. That's why I asked you where you was from. I said, what part of Brooklyn? Shout out to my family in Brownsville. That's why I was like, what part of Brooklyn are you from? Flatbush. Like, what part of Brooklyn are you from? Upstate. But shout out to upstate though, the Q's, Rochester, Buffalo, Schenectady. Shout out to all that, man. I'm not gonna sit on here and downplay no hoods. You heard? We don't do that over here. We connected. You know, mob ties and all that. We connected. We don't downplay no sections because there's a hood everywhere. If you know, you know. But some of y'all, like I said, y'all don't know. Look, you was gonna come on here and try to disrespect upstate New York, like upstate New York's not popping. I just came from covering fights up there. I move around. You know, I move around. I don't talk a good one. I live a good one. See, there's a difference between talking and doing. I do this, bro. That's why I keep telling you. I do this. You the one. You type a good one. You told me you personally know somebody from Texas, and then you said that he's always here. When is he here? When is he here? You know. Well, thank you. You were rather entertaining though, because you're showing my range. You're helping to show my range. But yeah, that call was fire. Now, for you, you know, we have another call coming up, and I got another offer, but I don't know if I'm going to be going. There's fights this Friday night in Virginia. You know, I have family in Virginia too, man. Norfolk, Virginia, the 7. What is it called? The 7. They're fighting down there. Keyshawn Davis and them this Friday night. And then, since you mentioned Philly, there's another fight the following night in Philly. Boots Ennis, man. But that's back-to-back fight weeks. You know, I'd rather be like the rest of these couch potatoes and cover the fights from my couch. You know? But we do have some more fights intact. You know? But shout out to you, Malik. Maybe you could go to some of the fights, Malik. Maybe you could make a call to EJ. Well, no, I don't think EJ don't have no connections with those type of people, right? Yeah, Boots is Matchroom, and Keyshawn is Top Rank. And you was talking about Frank Martin fighting Keyshawn, so I don't know. But maybe I could be wrong. Like you said, I talk a good one. I talk a good one, man. I thank you though, man. You helped me to extend the show, man. We getting close to 2 hours, man. You helped me to extend the show today. He said, when bro get back in the ring, don't do no U-turn the Grace Lord. Yeah, well, is he gonna get back in the ring? I think it's over for him. Or on a serious note, Malik, seriously, I think it's over for him. Look, I'm gonna take my glasses off. I want you to see my eyes when I say this, right? I think it's over for him. It was over for him before, but they put him back together to get this big payday with Terrence Crawford. You know, they put him together to get that payday. Because if you notice, Malik, and you know him, right? You know him, right? So both of us know him, right? So if you know him, you know that the car crash really fucked him up. You know that, right, Malik, since you know him and I know him. The car crash really fucked him up. But like I said, they put him back together to get him these paydays. They really didn't want him to fight Bud Crawford, right, Malik, since you know him, and I know him too. They really was trying to keep him away from Bud Crawford, since you know him, Malik, and I know him. That's why they was putting all those, you know, the vicious lies and all that out there, because they was going to just try to shame Terrence Crawford not into fighting him. And they was going to have him fight somebody else and, you know, do what they've been doing, have it scripted, since you know him, Malik, and I know him, right? But what happened was somebody got to EJ and was like, yo, bro, you leaving mad money on the table. You need to fight Terrence. And the fight ended up happening since you know him, Malik, and I know him. So that's what's really happened. But you know him too, right? So I put my glasses back on, man. He said, how was it over before Bud, but he beat 2 people? He beat dog shit out of your man from Philly. Yeah, Danny Garcia is what? A PBC fighter, an Al Heyman guy, right? He's an Al Heyman guy, right? That, you know. And then he beat the other guy, another Al Heyman guy, Ugas, right? The same guy that knocked his mouthpiece out of his mouth And they said the referee said, "Stop!" You remember that? He stopped fighting. He stopped fighting. He said, "No, EJ forced that fight with Bud." Exactly. They didn't want him to do it. They didn't want him to do it because they knew Bud wasn't going to take the script. And that's why EJ went in there and got the shit beat out of him. He got the living shit beat out of him, right? And then all you guys are on here, oh, he was high, he was on drugs, he was this, he was that. No, he's shot. You don't get thrown out of vehicle, right? Listen, you don't get thrown out of vehicle. Oh, you was one of those guys that when he jumped out here and said no broken bones, no, yeah, he had no broken bones, but then his whole face was smashed. He had to get all fake teeth. He had no broken bones. His eyes is all fucked up, bro. Oh, you was one of those guys, right? You believed all those reports. But you know him, though. Yeah, you know him. All right, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But wait, you said, bro wasn't right in the fight. Come on, OG. But you just said he beat Danny Garcia and the other two. So what happened from there? I'm just going over what you telling me. So what happened from there, right? We got time. We got time. I got this book for 2 hours. We got time. We got time. And they let me roll my hours over anyway. So we got time. So what happened? Yes, New England clam chowder is the bomb. He said the Manhattan style chowder. You like the red one? That's the red one, Bruce. I fucks with the New England one, man. The creamier one, man. That shit upstate New York, they different. They wasn't playing in the Turner Stones. That shit brought me back to life, right? Because listen, they fucked my order up, right? They forgot it because they thought, they're like, oh, we forgot the shrimp, right? They bought my daughter's chicken tenders and French fries. They bought my brother's steak with the mashed potatoes and gravy and broccoli. They bought the burger. They bought all, they forgot my shit. And then when they bought my shit back, they gave me an extra soup. Man, I got the busting down them soups. I was like, damn. Then I just slid off. I was like, yo, I'm out. I was like, yo, I'm out. wait, hold on. Look, I'm trying to do 2 in 1, man. He said, bro, wasn't right. Yeah, maybe he wasn't, man. But you just say he beat up 2 dogs. He couldn't beat up Terrence? Nah, he couldn't fuck with Terrence, man. Terrence gave him a rude awakening, man. I don't think he's gonna fight anymore, though, man. I just don't think, man. I think you gotta remember, right? His eyes is fucked up, bro. But you know him, right? You know him. His eyes is fucked up, bro. Remember, he had the retina shit. You don't want to play with your eyes, man. But remember him. What did he say? He was willing when to fight Manny Pacquiao to go blind for the money. They only had one eye. Remember, he said these things. I didn't say this. That's what he said. He wanted to risk it. Remember, they didn't clear him for the Manny Pacquiao fight? Because when he did his medical, his eyes was fucked up. You remember that? Do you remember that? See, you don't remember that, man. You just over here, man. You from Brooklyn, you from Nostrand and Gates, and you don't remember that? And you personally know EJ and he's been around? You don't remember that? Ah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But yeah, his eyes is fucked up, man. He said he was drained. He was just off OG. But all that hate to the side. You watch boxing, right? You do this, right? Keep it tall. No, he was not drained, right? I do watch boxing. He was a dope, drug addict, alcoholic that they was hiding. that they was maneuvering for years, right? He wasn't drained. It was fight week. What was he doing? He was still trying to make weight. He was running Mount Charleston. Have you ever been to Mount Charleston in Las Vegas? I have. He was running that. It snows up there. It snows in Mount Charleston. That's in Vegas. That's why Vegas is different, right? You know, Vegas is the desert, right? The valley is hot as fuck. But when you run Mount Charleston, it snows up there. He was running that like 3 days before the fight. And fans was on here going crazy. Like, oh yeah, no, he was fucked up. And then did you see when he did the mid work? He was Mr. Magoo. You know Mr. Magoo. Well, I'm showing my age. I'm a lot older than you probably. But he was Mr. Magoo, and Derrick James busted right upside his head with the gloves. He walked right into it. They was doing the pad work, and he didn't see the punch coming. The guard put his guard up. He just walked right into it. Did you see that? Y'all remember that? But you know him though, right? His eyes is fucked up, bro. They listen, man. They basically tried to sacrifice that brother, man. The people that surround him. They put him in the ring, knowing he wasn't shit. But that's what he gets, though. Because that's the type of people that he wanted around him. You know? Always covering for him. Always lying for him. That's what he wanted. He got, you know, he got his medicine. You know? He got paid. Blood money. That's what this life leads to. Blood money. He got that blood money, man. You know? They put him in the ring, knowing they shouldn't have. Right? Look what you just said. You keep it tall. He was drained. He was this, he was that. No, he wasn't right. Blood money. That's what this life leads to. Blood money. You keep it tall now. But yes, man, you know you do have options. Hopefully y'all are enjoying the sauce today, man. This was an extended sauce. Shout out to Malik, man. Malik came over here. We chopped it up. You know, like I said, I'm not doing. I could go do some Instacart orders, but I'm chilling, man. I did a lot of driving. You know, that shit was like a 4-hour drive home yesterday, man. I said I'll do some Insta tomorrow on election. I'm just gonna chill. I want to put out some more content and just kick it at the crib, man. Go walk my dogs again. I think I'm gonna go walk my dog. I walked them this morning. I think I'm just gonna walk my dogs, man. He said, you know, bro, don't take no tuna, man. Malik, come on, man. You making Brooklyn look bad right now, man. You are making Brooklyn look bad right now, Malik. I know a lot of Brooklyn guys, man. Shout out to the Brownsville crew. You making Brooklyn look bad right now with these comments, man. Come on. Are you really from Brooklyn? Hold on, let me take my glasses off. Are you really from Brooklyn? Or you just typing that? Because you gotta know better than that, man. You are sounding like somebody that listens to these YouTubers that don't really know nothing about boxing. You said, bro, don't take tune-ups. Bro needs to take more than the tune-up, but he's taking time off. Who's his coach, Malik? Who's he working with? Do you know that by any chance? I don't know. Since you know him personally, who's his coach? Who's he working with? Who's he working with, man? Who's he working with, man? Who's he working with? Does he have a coach presently? Is he back in the gym? You know him, Malik. I don't really, I have no contact with him. You said he's always around. See, I remember those statements you made. So do you know if he's presently in the gym with a coach? Who's he working with? since he's going to fight Fondora and he puts butts in the seats and all that, who's he working with? Man. Just saying, man. But this is the Source experience, man. He said, bro, working. He's definitely in the gym. All right, that's good. Do you know what gym by any chance, Malik? Because, I do have people in Texas, field reporters, they can go and get some content. I know he's been spotted in the clubs, you know. He's running around with big XL the plug. You know, he's supporting. Look, that's one thing about EJ. Look, hold on, I take my hat off to you, fella. You will support the rappers down there. That's why I said that, and people was mad at me for saying that. I was like, yo, he should put out an album. Him, Yellow Beezy, and Big XL. You know, put out an album together or drop a track. You know, you love to support the rappers. You know? But Malik said he's currently in the gym. What gym? We don't know. what gym? We have no idea. Yeah, we have no idea what gym he's in. But he's currently in the gym. Oh man, look, they getting mad. They just try to shut the live down on the behind the scenes. I must be killing him too much. But no, he's in the gym. He's in the gym. That motherfucker ain't in no gym, man. He's in the club, man. He ain't thinking about fighting, man. Well, listen, let's keep it real, man. They said he was going to fight and win. Malik, come on. You keep it on now, Malik. He was supposed to be fighting this month, November. Then it got pushed back to December. Now they said January, February, March. When? Dude ain't fighting, man. He's living his best life. He's in the clubs. He's chilling. He's on his farm. He's raising his kids. He's not fighting, man. He's not fighting. He said, you're fishing for info. What info? Yo, bro, respectfully, I don't give two shits about Buddy, man. You know, you was over here defending him and speaking on him. Listen, I just came off of Fight Week. I'm part of listen, I have 2 world champion fighters. 2 I'm a part of, man. Real talk. They know. All the official tissue in the game know what's up, man. Even the YouTube community know what's up. Brothers like you, that's why you over here. If that's really your name, Malik and all that, that's why you over here. You know what's up. Right? You know my body. Listen, EJ's almost 40. EJ's in his 30s, man. It's over for him, bro. I told niggas this years ago when they crossed me and they lied on me. I said, I will be here when you're done. He's done. He's done. Look, his fighters is done. Frank Martin is done. Who's his fighters over there? They're done. Where's the talent at over there, man? The other kid, shout out to him, the young boy that he got, he don't even push him. He's fighting at the local high school. I know he wish he never signed, but hopefully his situation, his paperwork is, you know, is structured in a way where he can do his own thing. Because that shit is over, bro. That shit is over. You young, you need to be active. When you are that young and you're signed, if you're not fighting 3 to 4 times a year, it's over. What happened to Brody Brooks? Remember Brody? Havoc? Wasn't that his name, Havoc? Like, bro, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there, man. But what happened to these guys, man? These guys were young fighters. We need to do a where are they now? They need to do a where are they now, man? These guys should have been fighting, man. What is your situation? You know, I can make some phone calls. But I won't. Yeah, did y'all make phone calls for me? Y'all did. And the phone calls y'all made for me was defaming my character, lying on me. So why would I make phone calls for y'all? Absolutely not. He said, I see you working, OG, but it's never over for bro. That's how can it be over. He's still one of the faces of the, yo, man, is he? Bro, come on, man. Yo, you're not from Brooklyn. You're not from Brooklyn speaking like that. He's one of the faces of this shit, but yet they have not let him fight in over a year. It's some change now. How's he? So, all right. Canelo Alvarez is considered a face. Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta fought once. Canelo fought twice. Do you think they will put Canelo on the shelf for a year and a half. Remember, Canelo lost to Bivol, right? He lost. Did they put Canelo on the shelf for that long? He lost to Bivol. But hey, what do I know, man? Listen, I'm about to get up out of here. It's almost lunchtime. I'm about to go hit the yard spot, man. I wanted to go to the yard spot yesterday, but I was just too tired, drained from the fight week. I'm definitely about to look. I'm going to the yard spot right now. Yeah, look. Yo, business calls, man. Business calls. Let me mute this. Now, before, I used to let y'all, ear hustle off some of my boxing conversations. No more, man, because y'all slept, man. So now y'all just gotta, just think I'm just talking, capping, right? Look, I'm capping. I'm capping, but appreciate everybody that came through. Shout out to you, Malik. Don't give up on EJ, bro. He's coming back, man. Better than ever, man. Shout out to Bruce Gas over here, Just Do Boxing, Durant TV, everybody else that pulled up on the StreamYard. This is the Source Experience. The News by Shanewz. Media, marketing, management, consult services. You do have what? You do have options. But serious inquiries only. Holla.
See what it is. Powered up by that Jackal Seymour's. Yeah. Definitely. Ooh, that's that Jackal Seymour's right there. Just put in that work. How was that work, man?
Good, 8 rounds.
Yeah. With February what?
February 13th, tune in.
That's right.
ESPN Plus, tune in.
Yes, sir. This is the one right here. Jihad Tucker. Follow him on Instagram. Y'all seeing them all over. Major interviews. We just getting started. 2021, big things coming.
21 takeover, 2022, all the rest of the years to come.
That's it. Thank you for your.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tuimu-Helua. I'm a Top Rank Knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.